Hook my little boy up. Is this guy dead? I can't remember. I don't think so. Nope, he's not dead. All right. We're gonna do some footwork first, guys. Sorry I didn't get yesterday. It was really cold. So it snowed in Louisiana, which is not normal. And because there's no infrastructure here, it meant the roads were really rough. Hold on, I'm trying to find out where to put this guy here. Can he just dangle? Oh, he can touch the ground. Great, perfect. All right, let's see what we got here. Have you found me yet? Have you found me? Okay, cool. Hey, what's up? All right, cool. We're doing sword practice today. All right, we're gonna start off with some footwork, like always. I didn't clean the space. Hold on a second. I've got swords lying everywhere. What's up? Hey Rex, how's it going? Oh, my poor back. I did deadlifts today and I very minorly tweaked my back. Okay, cool, here we go. Starting off with footwork, starting with advances. So I actually recorded some videos today for fitness. 2024, I'm trying to do more fitness content. So we're gonna do some footwork exercises for fitness. I'll kind of preview you guys for them so you get a little bit of an early view. So part of it's just doing our normal footwork. The next step is to advance, squat, advance. The camera decided that I wasn't. Oh no, our boy's out of power. Hold on a second, guys. We can fix this. I have power. We can fix this. Can we fix this? We're just gonna have to. My boy! Okay, fine. We won't do the following camera work as much as I like it. We'll go back over here. What can we do with the technology? Back over here, try again. We'll just do it like this. I know it's not quite as good, guys. I'll bring it a little bit closer. I'll just do like abbreviated footwork right here. So advances, and now I can actually kind of see the comments like that. And then retreats. So the exercise is advance, squat, advance, squat, advance, squat. This is really good for you, and it makes your footwork better. You can do the same thing with other exercises. Like if I'm here and I'm doing pass, squat, I can even do it with lunges, lunge. And if I'm doing it with a lunge, what I probably end up doing is normal lunge, exercise lunge, just like that. Normal lunge, exercise lunge. Anyway, I'm gonna finish my footwork so we can get started with the actual sword stuff, which is I know what you guys all want. Footwork isn't sexy, but it's super important. So other leg, same thing, advances. There we go. And retreat. And now we're gonna do advance, advance lunge. So one, ba-ba. The important part on this is that syncopation. So it's 1, 1, 2. And this is important. So the accelerating footwork, ba, ba, ba. Just like that. Just like that. All right, here we go. And now the same thing backwards, but we're gonna do more. So what we're gonna do, yes, thank you. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do retreat, 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 lunge. Double retreat, so 1, ba, ba, boom. Ba, 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 boom. Just like that. And on the other side, advance, advance, lunge. 1, 1, 2. 1, 1, 2. 1, 1, 2. Just like that. Fireball, don't cast fireball! Stop it. Stop casting fireball in enclosed spaces. All right, same thing backwards. It's the retreat, retreat, retreat. Sorry, that's not right. Yeah, 1, 1, 2, advance. Ba, 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 boom. This is great for saber fencing. 1, 1, 2, advance. 1, 1, 2, advance. All right, now we're gonna go on to our gather step. So for those of you who don't know, just checking the comments. Hey, how's it going? So for the gather step, right? So before we had the advance is Front foot moves, back foot follows. The back foot pushes the front foot like this. So this is our fencing advance, and retreat is what the opposite happens. Back foot moves, front foot follows. Advance, retreat, advance, retreat. So now we have a gathering step. Integrated PT. No, I don't like PT with class time personally, because honestly, I'd rather do my own training. But that could be just me. So I'm on a double-edged sword with this, because I know you, Rex, also are a really athletic person. So when I go to a class, when I go to fencing class, I'm probably doing a harder workout than what the other people are gonna do there. And so it's always a little bit annoying because they probably worked out earlier. But I understand that a lot of people that go to HEMA don't really exercise outside of class, so it's useful for them. It's just tough, right? Like, I don't like it, but I understand its place. But I respect your opinion. So here's the gather step. I'm gonna scoot back a little bit so you can see. The gather step is like this. The back foot collects, and the front foot moves. And the way that we do this is I transfer my weight to the front foot so I can slip this foot and come forward. So it looks like this. Gather step, gather step. Also, I wanna make sure that the comments are working right. No, that's not what I want. Hold on. Ba, ba, ba. Oh, it's only top chat. I want live chat. Just checking the chat because I had it on the wrong chat setting. Okay, cool. Here we go. So gather steps, forward, gather. And I have to kind of lean forward for this one to make it work. Now we're gonna do the same thing backwards. I'm gonna go and shift onto my back foot, and I'm freeing up my front foot so it can collect and go like that. Gather backwards, gather backwards. I'm so far away. All right, other foot, same thing. Gather forward. So I need to make sure, what I'm doing wrong right now is I'm kind of doing this like a bell. What I'm doing is this, I'm doing like that. I need to make sure that I get that shift first so my center stays rigid. See the difference between this and this? So I'm gonna try that again on this foot. Here we go. Keeping the center in the right spot. All right, cool, cool, cool. It is cold. All right, now we're gonna do passing steps with this same position. So this is what my instructor James Riley taught me. Vage, which is this equally weighted, very wide open stance, and it's good for a lot of longsword stuff. And I'm gonna be training it right now with passes. And the point you'll see here that I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get body moves first and the shift in my legs. So I go from here to here, which allows me to step through and come back to this position. So that's what I'm working on. Let's see if I can actually do it. There we go, I felt pretty good. All right, we're gonna do the other side. Here we go. Wait, I did both sides. Because it switches every time, I don't need to do both sides. All right, we're gonna do fleshes. Fleshies. Mucus in my nose, oh, that's awful. Lightning bolt, firebolt, lightning bolt. Okay, now we're gonna do fleshes. So we're gonna start with saber fleshes. So what I'm doing here is advance, advance, boom. And the goal here is this very forward, kind of almost running posture. It's to overrun somebody. So we're gonna try that. There we go. I need more room though. All right, flushes. I can only get 2 and then I have to reset. Oh. Set up guards in that foot. Yeah, it's a fun stance. Oh, it's Bolognese, that's really cool. Here we go. Other foot, fleshes. As my friend False Edge Hema says, fleshies. Everybody go tell False Edge Hema he says fleshies, he'll love it. So advance, advance. Oh, it feels so weird on that foot. All right, now we're gonna do the same thing, but with a long sword. I just need to stand in. So we're gonna go back to that vage position from here. And the idea here is I'm gonna pivot, so my weight's here, and then step forward like that. All right, here we go, try again. So now we're gonna do the same flesh, but from a vage kind of stance. So we're here. I'm actually gonna add in a, so I did kind of annoy my back earlier. I feel dumb. I wanted to go a little bit higher than I had been. It wasn't my highest deadlift. I've done higher, but it definitely, I wasn't ready for it. I've been on a weight cycling thing. I hurt my back decently badly about 2 months ago. And since then I've switched from heavy lifting 6 days a week to doing heavy lifting 2 days a week. And oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I have. I'm not gonna do a take on here. I'm not trying to dismiss you, but I don't wanna do drama in here. I have my thoughts. It's not really important. People are allowed to have their opinions. Anyway, here we go. We're gonna do boom, boom, boom. Let's see. All right, now we're gonna, I think we've done our footwork, so now we're gonna do our sword work. So if you don't know already, the way this works, you are Bob. And I'm gonna do sword work with you. So we're gonna start with sword moves first, just attacking Bob. I think, do we need to be a little bit higher? A little bit higher. Here we go. Is that a good angle for you guys? Boom. Yeah, that seems good to me. You are Bob. Unite, be Bob. All right, where's my sword? Here it is. All right. Here we go. Sword moves first. So again, this is that same opening footwork. My body moves, and then my sword moves before my foot. Here's Robert Paulson. What? Bob? Fight me, Bob! There we go. I've got like, it's really staticky in this room, so sometimes my hair stands right up. There we go. There we go. This way I can also read the chat. It's a sword. Hi guys. Right now we're working sword moves first. The goal of this exercise is to use my body to start the sword motion before my foot travels forward. So if we were doing this bad, what would happen would be I would move as I cut. This is a pretty common thing we see a lot, sword moving with body, and it's not really what we want to do. We want to have the sword moves first. So boom, and then I can move. I want to get my sword out in front of me for a number of different reasons. It's faster. It's faster if I move my sword first, right? I can just, like that. If I try and do both, it's slower. So sword moves first. Sword is lighter than my body. It goes out in front of me. The second reason is it doesn't allow, well, it's faster. My opponent can't really, it's harder for them to react to it. But, oh, the wibbly wobbly. Oh, I'm glad you used the wibbly wobbly in a tournament. I love that. I hope it worked. The second thing this does is it allows me to recalculate. So if I'm here and I move body and sword, and let's say Bob had a sword and he decided to do this. What's this going? Long sword. So actually, this is okay, I'll answer this question real quick. So you can see it here on this montante. These ring guards, they actually start to appear on late period longswords, and they were kind of like a noggle. So there are historical longswords that we have from later periods that have hand protection like this, and they're actually pretty effective. I hate fighting them in tournaments. I feel like it's cheating if somebody's got the rings on, because it's like, Well, I want to hit your hands. All right, going back to this. Just checking this. Okay, cool, caught up. So again, the other reason that we want to avoid moving the body first is so I can recalculate. So if I start to move my sword and my body at the same time, and you as Bob put a sword out, well, I'm screwed now. I can't get back. My momentum is going, get good. How dare you, Rex? My momentum is going this way. But if I move my sword first and you put your sword out, I can easily either transition into blocking that sword, I can change lines, attack somewhere else, or I can withdraw and rethink. So by not committing my whole body to this action, I am being safer. So again, sword moves first. Just like that. Now let's do it from further away. We're gonna do a gather, step in, and then we're gonna go. That's the next step. Gather, step, and go. All right, here we go. Ready? Gather, step, go. Gather, step, go. Gather, step, go. Could buy new gloves. I like my gloves. Honestly, my buddy Josh has my gloves right now. What do you think would be like in the future when he missed streamers with... That'd be cool. He missed streamers with a lot of views. Okay. I mean, I'm 5'5". I'm not worried about it. I'm doing just fine. We did a height reveal at 1 million. Well, it's funny actually. I used to think I was 5'6", and I either shrunk because I lift weights and I compressed myself, or I started wearing these really, really minimalist shoes. You can see that they're very small. There's not a lot of tread to them. And so like it's basically like this is the difference between shoe on, shoe off. That's the difference in height. There's like no difference in my height. So yeah, I'm basically barefoot all the time. It makes me look short, but I really don't care. I'll sometimes complete the cut on the gather. Okay, I can see that. So, all right, here we go. Now we're gonna do, again, gather, step, sword, move. This is new to me, I'm still working on it. I'm not great at this. See, I missed. So my distance is off. There we go. All right. There we go. All right, let's introduce the other sword. Let me check. I'm gonna check my battery because I was running pretty low. We're okay. It's not gonna be a super long stream. All right, Bob, you have been armed. Your task is to be a good fight partner for me. Can you do it? Hey guys. Same height as Harry Potter, interesting. As a child or as an adult? You have a sword now. So what we're gonna work now is I'm gonna work sword moves first, take the line. I'm stepping offline, so sword moves, body moves. I wanna take the line here. From here, I can do all sorts of stuff. Sword moves first. That's the goal for this training session. Sword, body. I need to integrate it a little bit better. There it is. So if I'm out of distance, there we go. Keeping that offline step. There it is. That's what I want. Okay, sword moves first. Boom, nope, messed it up. Boom, press, stab. Nice, 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 nice. Sword moves first, stab. Here we go. That feels really nice. When you get it right, it just feels really good. Oops, sorry about that. Move some stuff. So let me break it down a little bit further. The steps, what's going on here? Oh, hey, Free State fellow. Yeah, new people, it's really crazy. Fencing a noob, like, you consider yourself at different levels. I consider myself an intermediate fencer. I'm not like a super advanced. I feel like super advanced people are pretty decent against noobs, but intermediate fencers can get thrown off a lot because we're not noobs anymore, so we're not just swinging wildly. We have ideas of what we want to do and kind of what we want the other person to do. We've got like this framework to work within, but then they don't do that. And so it can be a pretty big problem. This is gonna hit this. I'm gonna have to switch tripods. Hold on a second, guys. Hold on a second. Hold on. Hold on, hold on. Bob's being transferred. Oh, it's a delicate operation. Oh wait, what's going on here? Operation Bob. There we go. Take that off. Put this over here. All right, Bob. Now you won't hit the thingy. There we go. Let me just clip this onto that. And voila. Bob is a go. Maybe. Turn. There we go. Cool. Now it's not centered again. Hold on a second, guys. There we go. All right, cool. Here we go again. Round 2. So the things that I'm doing here are, first, my sword initiates this in case you do something like Durstwechseln. So if I initiate here and you start to Durstwechseln to go under, or not Durstwechseln, you wouldn't Durstwechseln here, you'd start to parry, right? So if I go here and you start to parry, I can do what's called bleiben and stay and wait for you to do that so that I can come in there, right? A couple of things I can do. All right, so we're here. Sword moves first. Boom, you don't move. I step offline here. I don't need to step that much. So boom, I'm offline enough, but you can see how I have the inside line here, right? I have the inside line on you. You're on the outside. And from here, I can just shoot because I have it. Or if I start to feel you giving me pressure this way towards my shoulder, then I want to wind and thrust, just like that. Operation Bob. Bob. Fight me, Bob. We need to make Bob merch. I mean, if I made merch that said, I am Bob, would you buy it? I am Bob. There you go. Let's try it with the other one. So in this situation, I'm gonna preset this. Now here's the real thing that we need to do. We need to build like a robot arm here that can take control and actually fight me. So the comments can fight me, but we're not quite there yet. Give Bob a croissant. Oh my God. All right, so we're here. What's gonna happen here is I'm throwing sword moves first, but I see this person's already moved. So I'm gonna stay, boom, and then come in on this side, cross arms and thrust. I'll give you a little bit more view over here, maybe. It's pretty tight. Why is it so tight? There we go, there we go. There we go. Okay, here we go, ready? So sword's already positioned there. I start, boom, stab. Here we go again. Boom, just like that. So sword moves first, stay, thrust. Steps here, sword moves first, they flinch. I see that. I stay, I catch them here, I move, I thrust in just like that. Hey, nice to see you. Good to see you, man. All right, well, enjoy the stream. Here we go. 3. It's 3 a.m. Oh my gosh. Program a robot. Anybody in the audience good with programming? They can make me a robot arm so Bob can fight me. All right, here we go. Sword moves first. There we go. So bleiben, boom, stay, thrust. All right, let's try again. Boom, stay, thrust. And notice my feet on this. Now I'm not perfect here. This is something I'm still learning, but notice what I'm trying to do. Sword moves first, I take this, I move in the direction of the sword first. So I'm opposing this. I cross, and then I come back in this direction. I don't move forward until I've captured the sword on my cross, so I can do that. Full harness to a Blastfected match. Wait, how easy is it to over or under? I'm sorry, I'm bad at reading. Over or understep when doing? It's very easy. Getting the distance management is probably the most useful skill in all of sword fighting, and so many people get it wrong. If you have good distance, you'll win most matches because you know how far away you need to be from somebody else and how close you need to be. Honestly, when I first started in HEMA, I didn't really know a lot about how to use the longsword, but I had really good distance management from Olympic fencing and from classical fencing, and I was able to do all right. What do you think chances of winning a sword fight with a robot? Did you see that? So there was actually a really cool video recently of somebody who programmed a robot to do a saber fencing class. I want that. Give me that. I would absolutely do that. So boom, there it is. Again, sword moves first, stay, thrust. Again, sword moves first, stay, thrust. So this is called bleiben, which means staying, I think, or is it waiting? Waiting or staying. And the idea is, if this were real, I throw my initial cut, and this is why sword moves first. I throw my initial cut, and then my opponent sees this, and they try and counter it. But I've only moved my sword, I haven't committed to it. If I had moved my whole body, what would happen is, boom, they've countered it, they're on the inside, I lose. So instead, I throw this, they see that, I wait for them to overshoot, and I catch them on the inside. Now they're screwed, collect, and stab. Doom guy helmet. Doom guy helmet on Bob, that'd be fun. All right, here we go. Sword moves first, just like that. Sword moves first, just like that. Oh no! Bob attacked back. I hit Bob too hard. He hit the camera in protest. Okay. Doom guy helmet. I have a 3D printer, but I'm bad at using it. How long have I been doing HEMA? So this is an interesting question. HEMA, I have been fencing, so training in different swords since 2004. I started with Olympic fencing, and then I did what's called classical fencing. We didn't have HEMA back then. There was rumblings of what would be HEMA all the way back in the 80s, but it was very much scholarly, and it was kind of a fringe thing. But we had classical fencing. We had rapier and saber and things like that, and I did that. So I did classical fencing starting in about 2008, because the rules were you couldn't fence until you were 18 with the heavier swords. And I did that on and off, basically until I started doing HEMA. I did a little bit of self-exploration with a longsword based on classical fencing stuff, but I kind of realized that I needed, if I was gonna be serious at HEMA, I really needed to find a good coach. And back about a year ago, what is it, January? Yeah, in December, in the late December of 2022, I went and found my first HEMA coach in longsword. So technically I've been sword fighting for a long time, but when it comes to specifically what we call HEMA, and I'm using that term loosely because HEMA just means historical European martial arts. When it comes to modern day interpretations of longsword, about a year. Which is why when I make these videos, I always try and be pretty honest with you guys about where I am in the sword journey. That's why I keep updating it. And also trying to bring you information as I learn it. Boom. There we go. But my Olympic and classical fencing absolutely helped me and informed the way that I fence. Boom. There we go. Here we go. Again. It feels so good when you get it right. When you get this right, gather, step, sword moves first. Oh, it's just like butter. What's a good sword to start with? For fencing, okay. This is difficult. So, it depends on where you're fencing. Honestly, the best way to decide what sword, so, caveat, if you actually want to fence, oh wait, Frank, are you asking what sword is best to get into fencing, like saber, longsword, whatever, or are you asking me which sword should you buy? Like which specific brand? Tell me that and then I'll answer your question. There we go. All right, I'm gonna try this on the other side. I focus on saber, but... Hey, what's up? Nice to see you. Halo Spartans. All right, let's move you a little bit so you can see this again. All right, here we go. This isn't gonna be harder for me. So I'm cutting, I don't know, that one doesn't make much sense to me, honestly. That would be, boom, nah, I'm not gonna do that one. Instead, we're gonna do my Zucken. So we're here. I would have been strong. So we're in this bind here. And what we're gonna simulate now is I'm strong and you're weak. You use strong lateral pressure this way. Oh no, we hit the tripod. You use strong lateral pressure, not towards me, but away from me, which means I don't have to I don't have to deal with this. So I'm gonna flee the bind, retake, cross arms, and go. Here we go. I can't actually do this part, so I'm just gonna zook in from here. There we go. There we go. Aha! Bob just wants to move you guys around. Oh, thank you. Oh, you guys have all been real nice to me in the comments section. I think. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. Ready? So we're here. Zookin. Cross arms thrust. Same thing on the other side. If we were in a bind this way, give me strong lateral pressure here. Zookin, wind, thrust. All right, here we go again. I'm gonna move this guy out a little bit again. Bob keeps wanting to be part of the party. And as much as we like Bob, I don't want him moving the thing. So I'm weak. Zookin. So one of the things I'm doing here is I'm doing the winding step. I'm doing it very fast and kind of badly, but here's what I mean. Have you guys seen my video on the 3 types of pressure? Oh, the sword holding apparatus? This is a bicycle stand. You can find it on, if you go to my homepage and you go to my links at the top, you'll find this if you scroll down a little bit on the links page. It's just the RAD bicycle stand. I think it's like 75 bucks on Amazon. It's great, man. I love this thing. It's no substitute for a real partner, but it still lets me do a lot of reps. We actually did a review video on it recently. It's just hard. Shorts get lost. Yeah. What type of sword would be best for beginners to learn how to fence with? So it really depends on what you want to learn. Honestly, you want my real honest opinion on this, and this is not a popular opinion. Start off with foil, epee, or saber. I'm serious. If you want to be really, really good at HEMA, start with modern Olympic fencing. It's going to give you an excellent understanding of distance, timing, and footwork. And that's going to be something that you might not get as well in certain HEMA clubs. And HEMA does great, different clubs with different things. I just know coming in with a solid foundation and footwork was a huge deal. So I would say go and do 6 months or a year of sport fencing, and then go transition into HEMA. Now, I know that's not what most people can do, if I'm honest. I know most people are gonna wanna just do HEMA, and that's fine. If you wanna start off, the thing that people do the most and what there's most research on is definitely longsword. The community really loves these things, and it's got the most robust amount of research on it. But it's kind of a personal preference, man. Whatever you think is gonna be best. If you're asking me what longsword to buy first, I would recommend, if you can, find a club and use their gear first, right? It's gonna be difficult to know what feels good in your hand until you've held a lot of different swords. I do like this. This is the Fiore Tournament Rev A. Now that said, since I've moved on and gotten better, there are some flaws with this that I didn't see before. It's short, the balance isn't as good as it could be. It feels kind of heavier. Personally, I'm okay with that. It didn't really affect me, but it could affect somebody else. A lot of people like fetters. Now, I don't have any of my fetters up here. One of the most solid fetters out there that you can buy is either the Purple Hilt fetter or the Regenier fetter. They're cheap, they're good, they're great beginner weapons. Check the comments really quick and we'll get back to it. Brander type. Katanas, I mean, like, katanas are fine. The thing is, katanas are just fine, and there's nothing wrong with them. They're perfectly good swords to do what they did. People think that they're magic, and it's getting better. Like, I don't rag on the katana as much. I never really ragged on it, but like, people just think it's the best thing in the world, and it's just another sword. It's good. It's a perfectly good sword. Nothing wrong with it, but it's not gonna cut through a machine gun barrel. Are fighting techniques considered HEMA? Oh, cane fighting? So it's interesting. HEMA is just an umbrella term. I'll do some more swordplay, don't worry guys. HEMA is just an umbrella term. All it means is historical European martial arts. So yes, in effect, cane fighting could be considered HEMA, but the term gets misused a lot. People think that HEMA is a martial art, a unified martial art, and really what it is it's an umbrella term for kind of a movement to recapture the history and the usage of these things. People don't train HEMA, they train Meyer longsword, or they train Fiore longsword, or they train Capoferra rapier. They train a source or they train an amalgamation of sources that their coach gives them. I personally don't train one fencing style. When I do longsword, it's a mix of Italian, German, early and late, and it's kind of whatever my coach wants to teach me. I kind of have moved past sticking to the manuals rigidly because they were never intended to be how-to guides for the average citizen. And they're not how-to guides for beginners. They are definitely meant for people who already have a basic grasp of swordsmanship. So I trust my coaches and I listen to what they say, and it's been doing me really a lot of good. So my thing here is always find a coach and start training. Oh no, I messed up when I got two-handed sword. Oh shoot, I've lost the comment. I messed up when I got into two-handed swords. Why'd you mess up? Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Really appreciate that. What's going on? I'm just trying to catch up here. The tattoo's not Hebrew. Let me actually explain this because a lot of people have confusion with this. So this tattoo is my Star Wars tattoo because I love Star Wars. That's my lightsaber. I designed it myself. Actually, hold on a second. Hold on one second. This is my custom lightsaber that I made myself. I made it to resemble a longsword. It's got a big pummel on it, and it's a two-handed sword. So you can see it here. It's from Saberforge. I really love it. I need to get another one that's just a stunt saber because there's some stuff on it that doesn't work on film. But this is my lightsaber, and that's it right there. It's my lightsaber. This is a quote from Darth Bane, The Rule of Two. It's the Rule of Two, and these are his eyes from the book. This is the Sith sun. This is the Sith prophecy symbol. And while this is definitely based off of Hebrew, like the characters are from the Hebrew language, they've been altered, changed around, and turned into a fan-made Star Wars language, kind of the same way that J.R.R. Tolkien took Elder Futhark, what this is, and turned it into Dwarvish. They repurposed it and used it. And the reason they did that is because on Darth Vader's chest plate, George Lucas took some Hebrew characters and messed them all around, and because he didn't really, it was fun. Anyway, so that's what this tattoo is. This is on my Star Wars sleeve. All right, back to actually fencing. Now we're gonna work, let's see, what should we work now? We've got that. So again, this is Zucken, wind, step in. And the reason we're doing the wind is right now I'm envisioning this person giving me resistance. So after I do my Zucken, this person's pressing to this shoulder. I collect sword moves first, and then I can thrust in just like that. Let's do it a couple more times, we're gonna switch. Zucken, wind, thrust. I'm gonna try and make it a little bit faster. There we go, that felt better. So what I'm trying to do is make this less obvious. Right now, because I'm still a beginner at this technique, you can see I'm really breaking down the steps. I've got the Zucken, the extension, the step, and the thrust. But no one's gonna sit around for me to do that. So, Zucken, there we go. It's a little bit better. I missed. There we go. All right, let's do, let me see. We've done our Zuckens. We've done sword moves first. We've done, I'd like to experiment with some Krumpows. I'm not good at Krumpow, but I wanna play with it. What did George Lucas, what George Lucas did in Vader? The way you said that was, I don't know if I want to respond to that. Homemade wooden swords are fine. I'm just trying to catch up the comments real quick. Should have gotten into more hand. I mean, you can still get into them. There's no reason you can't. Like, I'm about, you know what? Actually, let's move on. Let's do saber. Let's do some saber. All right, here we go. We'll start with rapier actually, because I need to work rapier more than I need to work saber. But we will do some saber here in a minute. So let me go grab my rapier. So we're gonna start off again with just sword moves first because I need to work on it. So we're here. Extend, sword moves first. I stabbed the phone. I fail. I fail. Wibbly wobbly for fun. Wibbly wobbly. Bap. If you yell bap at the end or boop, it makes it extra damage. Extend lunge. Extend lunge to the side. Extend lunge to the side. All right, let's get the rig back in. Here we go. There we are. Okay, here we go. So now what we're gonna do is I am going to practice what my friend Charles, my coach Charles showed me. I'm going to lean forward, lean back, and what I'm doing here is I'm changing the line. So watch this. If you notice here, we're in a neutral bind. If I thrust forward, I'll get thrust back, and that's bad. So what I need to do is make it so that I'm on the inside. But if I press this way, you notice that, and you can Durstwechseln underneath and take me. So I'm gonna be tricky. I'm gonna press forward, and I'm gonna change my back foot ever so slightly, and now what you don't realize is I've taken the line without making a big move. Wasted screen, BAP, +1 damage. All right, here we go, ready? So we're here, and out thrust, just like that. That was pretty good, I'm getting better at this. Scooting this way. Here we go, and out thrust. Nope, didn't do that one right, didn't move my foot. We're here, and out thrust. There it is. So I'm not doing it well. So I'm back weighted, shift forward, shift back, thrust. Just like that. I'm back weighted, forward, back, thrust. Just like that. There we go, starting to get it. Back weighted, forward, back. Nope, didn't move the foot. It really does make a huge difference. What happened here? BAP. How did you die? BAP. I really need to make merch, guys. Wibbledy wobbledy, BAP. I am Bob. I am Bobicus. No, I am Bobicus. All right, here we go. We're here. In, out, boom. But you saw my butt shift, which means it wasn't any good. Try again. In, out, thrust. Just like that. Books are tough. I actually released a video the other day about that. So more modern manuals, like Sabre manuals, are a little bit better because they're written in the modern age. You can find some decent sources on Sabre from a book that'll give you pretty step-by-step instructions because they are modern and you're not dealing with, 400 or 500 years of context that we've just lost. But it's still super important to find an in-person coach. And I know that's tough to say when you don't have one near you. Now, with that said, I've been working really, really hard on this new project where I've got amazing coaches from all over the world filming videos that we're gonna release. We're hopefully gonna release that this week. I'm working hard on it. I'm hoping that it comes together. There's been a couple of hiccups recently, but I think we're ready to go. And a video is not as good as an in-person coach, but it's a pretty good starting point, especially if you don't have your own club. The goal of this, of course, is to give you guys the resources to study enough to start an in-person study group with other people. You might not be an expert, but if you have experts guiding you on video, then you can start to teach other people enough to get an active club going until you can get someone more experienced or go someplace and train with somebody else. All right, here we go. So we're here, forward, back, thrust. Call me out on this. Call me out on this, guys. No, we're not talking about any drama. What I want to know is, are you noticing the foot move? Call me out here. So I want this to be subtle enough that you don't notice my foot moving, right? I want you to be distracted by my sword in front, but if you see this big old foot movement, tell me you saw it, all right? So there is a synthetic basket hilt you can buy from Red Dragon Armory. They have a synthetic basket. You can find it on Amazon, I think. That was a good one. I like that. It's better than no. Yeah, it's tough. Video, so the order of operations for what's a good coach is obviously in-person coach who's knowledgeable, always best. Below that, high quality private lessons on video, right? So either like you're Zooming with your coach, then give you feedback. Below that is high quality instructional videos. So you're not directly interacting, but it's still good. And below that is books, because you just can't see them move. That's how I would say the tiered system of, and then below that is just figuring it out on your own. That's bad. Don't do that. So yeah, so in-person, high quality personal coaching, high quality coaching online with a knowledgeable person, high quality videos that are designed specifically to teach you how to sword fight in a structured way, random YouTube videos that don't give you a lot of context. I'm sorry, books are in between those two. Books, because seeing it's pretty good. And then below that is just figuring it out on your own. Don't do that. There are always resources out there. You can find them. Don't just eschew all thought on it and do it yourself. There we go. Okay, we're gonna move on to something else. Just checking this. I don't like AI art. I think that. So I actually use AI for certain things, but specifically non-creative tasks. So for instance, I'm a one-man team. Everything that happens on Self-Sword Arts, I do on my own. So ChatGPT, what I'll do for ChatGPT is I'll say, hey, I have an idea for a video. Here's everything that I want to talk about. And I'll talk to it for a minute. And I'll say, can you take this and help me make bullet points of my ideas so that I can create a script for myself? And I'm not asking it to come up with ideas. I'm just asking it to help me organize, like a personal assistant. I feel like automation is good for things like that. But as soon as you try and make it do something creative, it never goes over well. I don't think that it's a good product afterwards, and I just don't like the idea of AI doing creative tasks. It's great for doing math and organizational tasks, but creativity is not something I want my AI doing. Let's do some disengages. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to press this way. Oh, we can't do this because I don't have a live opponent. This is why I need you guys to have a robo thingy. So we're here. If I press this way, this person would disengage. I would see that, oh no, they would actually, how did this work again? Yeah, they disengage and I find it and go. Ah! You stabbed yourself. How could you do this? I'm not confident with the Montante. If I'm honest, what does it say? Asking non-creative being to be creative. Yeah, I feel like, and it's also just once, I also have strong opinions on who should be allowed to use AI. Individuals, absolutely, right? You know, but as soon as you give it to a corporation, they're just gonna outsource all the jobs and it's terrible. There should be laws, there absolutely should be. All right, so the Montante. I am not confident with the Montante. It is not a weapon that I've trained with much. I don't know a whole lot about it. Basically, from my understanding of it, it's a lot of movements like this. I also don't want to hit my lights or my beam. There are some cool people who have a lot more expertise on the Montante. There's a guy in my recommendations, Bjorn, who does a lot of stuff with this. So go check him out. He's good. He knows his stuff. There's other people too. I just, in my opinion, you can only study a finite amount of things. So I picked 3 weapons. Actually, I'll show you this tattoo. I picked 3 weapons. I've got saber, longsword, and rapier. And those are my focuses. I don't really try and claim, well, I don't even claim authority on those, honestly. I don't significantly devote study to things outside of those weapons because I feel like if I want to be great at something, I have to focus in on it. Now I'll do like, you know, universal, I play around with Filipino martial arts. I do some unarmed stuff just for fun, but I don't consider myself, I don't consider myself a practitioner of those arts. I consider myself a dabbler of those arts, and I would never claim to be like an authority on it. With these three, I'm starting to develop a level of authority where I can say, yes, this is how this is. But I'm starting to. I'm still not quite there yet. Anyway, we're gonna do this again. So I press, Durspexlin, and go. It keeps trying to hit you. I'm gonna have to unplug this mic soon so I can plug in my phone because it is about to die. Let me just check. I'm just checking the comments because I haven't responded in a minute. Hi from Germany. Hey, it's Bjorn! He's in my comments! Go check him out! That's the guy right there. Go check out his Montante stuff. Wow, I've got a celebrity. We've got a celebrity in here. Ask him questions. Ask him questions about Montante. Actually, you know what? You know what? I've got you here. This is really, really cool. Can you teach me something about the Montante? Can you teach me how to use it? Tonpoi is also amazing. That's who I need to add to my YouTube channel. I couldn't find his channel when I was adding those in. No, man. You're the celebrity. Can you tell? Show me something. Okay, I'm really excited. No, I'm actually really excited about this. This is really cool. Can you show me? Can you critique my form here? So let's move to the other part of the room where there's more room. All right, here we go. I'm not gonna hit anything. So I don't know a whole lot about this. All right, so I've not done a whole lot about this, but I know that it's like moving the body just like the other sword. So it's like here, but I really don't know. I don't know any actions with it. I just kind of messed around with it. Do you have anything that I could work on? Do you have a video of yours that you would reference to me that I could go check out? Also, if you don't want to be on the spot, that's totally cool. Like I didn't think about that. You might not want to do this right now. Sorry, I did not ask your permission. If something comes up, I'll go with it. I'm gonna go back to Rapier for now, and if I get a comment, that's fine. No pressure, man. I didn't think that through. I just got excited. But absolutely check out that channel. Anyway, back to it. All right. Just making sure I don't miss anything. Press, disengage, thrust. There we go. Also, if he doesn't want to answer questions, don't spam him. Sorry, guys, that was a little bit rude of me. I feel a little bit bad. I didn't ask permission on that one, but absolutely check out his channel anyway. Okay, cool, here we go. Press, disengage. So what I'm trying to do here, any advice? Oh, you're asking him, okay. Thank you, trying to. All right, here we go, ready? So we're here, I'm pressing in here. Now the problem is I can't actually use this thing. So I press in here, this guy would Durspexlin, which is what I want. As soon as he Durspexlins, I'm catching him here, stepping in this way, and then thrusting in that way, just like that. Here we go. That feels smooth. All right, just checking to make sure I didn't miss anything. Here we go. Boom. So the problem I'm having here is realistically it's not fighting back against me, which makes it really hard. Here we go. So the idea here, like I said, the idea with this one, people keep saying stuff. I'm just trying to keep up with it. A lot of personal sparring. Yeah, I do. So unfortunately, I only get defense twice a week because I'm really, really far away from all of my clubs. My closest club is in Dallas, Texas, and it's 2.5 hours away. My other club is so I've got 3 clubs I train with on the regular, and a 4th that I train with whenever I can, and a 5th that I train with whenever I ever can. So my first club is in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, which is a 4-hour drive from me. And I do that every Friday. I drive 4 hours to go fence. And that's where I get to train with my first coach, Josh Farrat, whose channel you should absolutely check out. He's on my recommended list. The next person is Charles Turner and Michael Sims at East Texas Historical Fencing. So if you are in East Texas, in the Tyler area, go ahead and check them out. And if you're in Baton Rouge, check out Nachreisen Historical Fencing. You can find them both on Facebook and online. So I travel 2.5 hours to Charles Turner on Mondays. On Fridays, I go to Josh Farrat. And then also I've got Brandon and Clark, who are in Dallas, Texas, which is another 4-hour drive. I try and alternate Mondays with them, but it's just a really long drive, and sometimes that means I'm driving 16 hours a week to fence, and that's a lot. Right now, I don't have anybody who fences with me here in my hometown. There's no club. I'm thinking about starting one myself, but the problem is I still don't feel 100% confident teaching a student. I could probably teach saber, but I don't know. I have a little bit of imposter syndrome when it comes to longsword. So I feel a little bit hesitant. Oh, hey! The battle sword, unfortunately, have source situation. Iberian sources on the pole. Okay. Opens with German battle sword. I don't know any articles on the subject. It's one of the subjects that I have very little experience with. So, you know much more about it than I do. Like I said, I mainly do rapier, longsword, and saber. But yeah, eventually I'll start a club here. There's also not a lot of people in this town. I'm here because of the studio and because I have a place I can stay it's cheaper. This isn't a lucrative business. Anyway, boom. There we go. Try that again. Now we're just kind of talking now. I gotta check my power though to make sure this doesn't conk out on me. We got 11% left. Okay, here we go. Yes. All right, here we go. Ready? Boom. I don't like my footwork on that. I'm doing this weird split foot thing. Boom, bop. I'm doing a cross lunge, which isn't bad. I just feel like I'm shortening myself. I don't think it's wrong. Charles will yell at me later, don't worry. Boom. Boom. Oh, I missed that one. All right, we're gonna go the other way now. So we're here, bind, no. We're here, I bind this way, he jerks spectacles that way, thrust in there. So that would be bind. There we go, that's better. Let's see. It was kind of crazy timing. All right, let's see. Robin's also good at pull arms. Yeah, absolutely. Bjorn is great at pull arms. Like I said, I've got a lot of people in my recommendation list. If you go on the channel and you go to the bottom where it says recommend great sword channels, I got a lot of people on there that are definitely worth checking out. A lot of them don't have a following that I think they deserve. They deserve more people, so absolutely go check them out. Considered competing in HEMA? Oh no, I do compete in HEMA. I've been competing, I think I did 9 tournaments last year. I'm actually kind of proud of this. I decided to jump right in. So I competed in 9 tournaments. I won a couple medals. You know, circumstances, it wasn't because I'm the best ever, it's just because it was my day. But I'm pretty proud of myself. I did a good job. I did the thing. How important is it to be in good physical shape? So it is not the end-all be-all to be in good physical shape, but it is absolutely helpful. The most important thing is being able to move without falling or hurting yourself. So just having a decent, being able to walk around, being able to coordinate yourself, having a good sense of balance and kinesthetic awareness is going to be your biggest help. Cardio is the next big one. Physical strength isn't as important, but it helps. It absolutely helps. A lot of my success is because I'm strong and I'm fast. I can move quickly, and it puts me ahead sometimes. So it's not the most important thing, but it absolutely helps. But you can always get into shape while doing it. There's no need to say you have to be in shape when you start. In fact, Doing this can get you in shape. So if you are not in shape and you want to be in shape, it's much better to do an activity that you actually like swordsmanship, than it is to just go to the gym and hate it and not actually stick with it. So yeah, don't let being out of shape stop you from doing swords. Just understand, if you don't move a lot, take it slow at first until you're used to this so you don't hurt yourself. All right, we're here. He presses this way. I disrespect, then I follow and I go. There it is, that's what I wanted. Here. Nope, that wasn't it. This way. And I'm here. How's this go again? No, he's here. No, that's not. He's here. And I disrespect, then follow, go. There we go. Checking the comments again. Checking the powers at 10%. Checking the comments. I'm not really very experienced with pole arms myself, so I just dabble. Very important. Be as fit as you can, but also understand that it shouldn't be a hindrance to starting it. Federico Malaguchi is on my recommendation list, absolutely. Yeah, you don't have to be in shape to start. Just understand that if you're not in shape and you do start, you will be more prone to injuries if you push it too hard. Take things easy, focus on footwork and movement before you do anything else. Don't go and start hardcore sparring on your first day. Definitely take it easy, listen to your coach, and work on movement. When facing a thrust, should I attempt a sword twirl or a parry? Sword twirls aren't the best for blocking. Really, they're more feints. Yes, Ken Harding. I'll put him on the list, Rex. Thanks. Rex, I'd put you on the list, but you told me not to. Yeah. All right, here we go. A little bit more, and then I have to plug you in. You know what? Let's just plug you in now. Hold on. 1 second. The problem, though, is do I even have an extension cord? Give me a second, guys. I have one really, really bad extension cord and another really bad extension cord. Both of them are bad. One of them is slightly worse. So we're going to go with the not quite as bad, but still pretty bad extension cord. Now the question is, did I bring in my charger? The answer is probably no. Let's be honest here. Probably no. I don't think ahead, guys. I've been on my phone all day instead of working because I am bad at life. This is technically a charger. It will technically work. I'm not sure how fast it'll be, but we will try. Okay. Here we go, guys. So we're gonna lose the mic because I can't. Can you still hear me? Now that the mic's off, can you still hear me, guys? Just let me know. I'm not sure what I'll have to do if you can't hear me. Oh, this is awful, guys. I don't even know if this is gonna work. Yeah, okay, you can hear. Let's see what we can do with this. The most ginger. Okay, we are charging. We are charging. Okay. All right, here we go. Here we go. The problem is if this gets knocked even slightly, this crap charger won't work. All right, back to fencing. Sorry, I missed some of this. Let me check back in the comments section. Yeah, but I like your powerlifting, Rex. It's not bad. It's amazing. All right, back to fencing. Let's do a little bit more right here, and then we're going to switch over to saber. Here we go. My back hurts because I did bad powerlifting today, Rex. My back hurts. So here we are. So we were doing on this side. So I present here, search, special, and thrust. chest this way. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm done with rapier. I don't think I have anything more I can do with this. So let's do some saber. Let's do some saber. Very carefully so we don't unplug the phone. All right, where's my saber? Which one of you stole it? So normally I'd actually use my dueling saber, but I want this to be a bit of a workout, so we're going to use the heavier saber. Just checking that, okay, we're not losing power, but we're not gaining power. Oh, man. Don't win a tournament because there was no better. Yeah, I like that. That's a good way to say it. Yes. Oh, that's really good. Yeah, the tournaments I won, I didn't necessarily win because I was the best fencer there. It was because I just was able to adapt to that specific opponent or rule set or whatever the best on that day. It doesn't necessarily mean I'd even be able to beat them the next day. That's kind of how tournaments work. Tournaments are very artificial. They're good in a sense, but you have to understand what they are, right? It's not the ultimate test of the warrior. It's a specific competition set up with rules that try and promote a certain type of fencing that the organizer wants to see. So if you win a tournament, you have demonstrated the fencing that that organizer wanted to see, not necessarily the most objectively correct fencing. And that's not bad at all. But we shouldn't put too much stake into tournament wins because of that. Is it hard to swing a cavalry saber or a dueling saber? It's not hard. I mean, it's not super heavy, but it is heavier. I actually lower this because you can't really see me much. I keep getting shocked from this floor. Yes. Tournaments are a useful tool, but they're not the end-all be-all. Absolutely agree. One of my coaches, who is an amazing fencer, doesn't even bother with tournaments. It's not his thing. Amazing fencer, but, you know, doesn't detract from his ability. Two of my coaches actually are like that. Don't bother with tournaments. All right. You would think that longsword translated greatsword. Again, not an authority on greatsword. Some of it does, but I don't think. I think it's more like a polearm than it is a sword, in my opinion. But again, I'm not an expert. Okay. Now we're going to start with show feint. Now, admittedly, normally I would feint lower, but if I do, I'm going to hit the phone. So this is a feint to the head. A little slippy. It's my fault. Okay. So one of my favorite moves to do, and it works best in saber in my opinion, is this feint of a thrust. The idea is I feint this, my opponent starts to react to it. And before they can do anything, I moulinet and cut to the head. But the important thing here, this is a spin. The important thing here is that it's from the wrist with maybe a little bit of elbow involvement. If I do this from the shoulder or from the body, it's too slow. So, too slow, right? But, boom, that's fast. And I have to make sure my opponent bites first. They bite on this, I cut on that, parry, come back in, just like that. Boom. Just like that. Yeah, find what you love. Do what you want. Just checking. Weren't wearing shoes, oh no. Bob's great. He loves this. He's fencing with me. Uh-oh. Stop that. Give me a second. My alarm's going off. Can you... Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. All right. See you later. It must be really late there. Have a nice night. And everybody else, go check out that channel after the live stream. Or now, like, open a new tab. I don't care. Don't leave me. But open a new tab and go subscribe to Bjorn if you have not already done so. All right, now I want to focus on advanced, pop, pop. So what we're doing here is advanced lunge, advanced lunge, retreat, parry, lunge, or post. Just like that. Boom, boom, pop, boom, pop. Just like that. Need to get back further though. I'm not giving myself enough time. This is a little bit heavier than what I'm used to, but I'm doing a flesh there too at the end. Boom, boom, bap, boom, bap. Flesh. Oh no! Oh good. My battery says it's critical, but it's 10%, so it's going up very slowly. We won't do a lot more here, guys. We've done a lot. Owie, owie, owie. Did you just... Automata my alarm. The Molinet, yes. All right. There we go. All right, guys. That was good sword practice. Let's go ahead and do a little chat. Talk for the remainder. I'm getting shocked a lot. Ah! Did you enjoy your trip? I'll see you next fall. A little chat. A little outro. Call it a day. Okay. All right. Probably should have brought the tripod. We'll go back and get a tripod. But I want to sit down. It wasn't like a hard workout or anything, but it was about an hour of movement. I think I deserve a little break before I go and do my next thing. Gotta record some more stuff today. Okay. Uh-oh. Just gotta make sure it stays plugged in. This extension cord is so troublesome. All right. Okay. Ah! Checking to see if we're charging. We are charging. All right, guys. How's it going? I mean, technically I'm grinding while you sleep, but that's not because I'm up late. It's only like 7 p.m. here because I live in America, home of the expensive. Oh. Sword pilled. Based in sword pilled. I'll take it. I'll take based in sword pilled. Gotta get those reps in. I try and do somewhere around an hour of practice a day. I can't do it every day. So like I said, I train America Roar. I train see you later, y'all. Have fun. I try and train about 5 days a week doing this, and then the other 2 days I go to fencing class, so I don't really do sword practice on those days because I'm already going to be there. I probably should. And then I work out, I think I work out 6 days a week. I've been doing 2 days of heavy lifting and then another 3 or 4 days of calisthenics. Oh man, I gotta go to my cardio. I really hate cardio, guys. But I told myself I'd do it. Yeah, not talking about drama. So what's going on? Dad joke? Next fall, not the dad joke. I did do the dad joke. Star Wars combat with lightsabers. So it's great. Look, listen, I love fantasy, pop culture, and all the kinds of silly swordsmanship is what got me into it. I mean, guys, look, I have a Star Wars sleeve made in fake, made up, fan made Star Wars language. I love it. It's not real though. And I think that too many people try and take reality from this fantasy. So they'll watch, I don't know, Ahsoka or something and be like, well, in this, Ahsoka used reverse grip and it worked. And it's like, yeah, but it was choreographed. You can't look at that and tell me truthfully that that's a realistic usage of the weapon. And it's not to say that I don't want them to be able to do that choreography. It's fine. I like reverse grip choreography. It looks really cool. The samurai guy, Function. I don't know exactly how to say his name, but I've watched some of his shorts. Guy's a great choreographer. He does a lot of reverse grip and anime stuff. His stuff is amazing, but it's not real, and he knows that, right? He's not saying that this is effective in battle. He's going, look at this cool choreography. As long as you know what you're doing and what you're putting out into the world, it's great. Because we make that stuff too. You can go watch my lightsaber fights. Yeah, they're influenced by swordsmanship, but I do spins, I do twirls, I do jumps because it looks cool and it's fun. Hey, nice to see ya. Let's see, I'm just checking this. If I was sparring against somebody in plate armor, I would go with a pole arm first, but I want a dagger on hand to close. Depends on what they had, honestly. Pole arm probably is best. Just checking on what's going on here. I kind of worked out. I don't know. I feel kind of lazy. I need to go do my cardio. I'm also hiccuping as I talk. I need to go do my cardio. I haven't done it. I didn't do it yesterday because I'm lazy. So I need to go do my cardio after this. Star Wars is epic. Yes. Hi, Nicholas. Nice to see you. Combat situation? That's fine. Let's see what's going on here. Help me with a lightsaber. Oh, thanks. I'm glad. Another strange. You ever been a fight style fighting against an animal? Yeah, that's weird. Like, I don't think you use a fighting style again. So, like, look at the boar spears and the way they hunt boars. You fighting against an animal, because you're not parrying and posting and doing stuff like that. It's like hunting or defending yourself. I don't know. That's an interesting one. I don't think I can speak to that. Sekai Sensei? Yeah, I've not seen a lot of his stuff, but I think that he's a pretty, from what I've seen, a pretty knowledgeable Japanese swordsmanship instructor. So, again, I can't talk about his stuff because I really haven't. I don't watch a lot of sword videos online. Here's the thing, right? Most sword videos online, with the select few otherwise, are aimed at a beginner audience, people who are not initiated into swordsmanship, and that's great. Most of mine are, guys. Like, all my stuff is super beginner based. That's why I'm showing you this stuff. Some of it's more complex, but like I said before, the best teacher is going to be an in-person instructor. It's not going to be learning from a guy on YouTube. It's a great way to get started. It's a great way to pick up tiny things, and it's a crucial part of getting people into the art. And you can learn small things, and you can practice those things. If you already have an understanding of swordsmanship, like a base, then you can watch my videos and take things and incorporate them. But if you're an absolute beginner and you've never done it before, it's going to be difficult to learn much more than the fundamentals from just like my shorts. Longer form videos is different. This is such a tough one. We've got to be careful as content creators about what we put out there, right? So when I make my videos, I try and be really forthcoming about who this is aimed at, what my experience level is, and how you should kind of take it. And we kind of walk this line is it worth making this content? Are people going to be able to understand it? Is it going to get into it? But I have been told by quite a few people that they got into swordsmanship because of me. And I think that's the most important thing to me. People getting into it, going to a club, doing stuff. But like I said, we have a new product. I'm not doing a backflip. My back hurts. we have a new product coming out. We have a new service. True Steel is a project I've been working on for, gosh, I think 5 months now with my one of my best friends and a bunch of amazing sword instructors to bring you high quality sword videos that are actually designed to let you view them as a beginner and train. It was kind of the idea to make swordsmanship more accessible because we know that there's a lot of you guys who just don't have a club near you. There's no way for you to go out and train because there's no one around you. So I decided that, you know, we have this channel, we have this platform, and I train with all these amazing instructors. Why not make videos that you guys can get and start training? You know, that's kind of the idea. Let me catch up with the comments because I talked for a long time. I've got like really bad dry lips. No, I don't. The Bat'leth is Star Trek, right? I don't know much about Star Trek. I was always a Star Wars guy. I don't dislike Star Trek. I just never got into it. Axe battles are interesting. It's not my thing. Like I said before, guys, my main weapons are saber, rapier, and longsword. Everything else I am a dabbler in. I hope to learn more about them, but those are my primary ones. The other stuff I can only speak generalities. Counter thrust. How do you counter thrust when you have a major disadvantage? You'd have to talk about what the disadvantage is for me to give you more specifics. I don't have a real Khopesh, but I have a synthetic Khopesh. It's pretty cool. We need a Star Wars version of Hema. Yes. I'm gonna get Hema. Yeah, Hama's cool. I don't have it on my channel. I gotta go find Damon's channel and see if I can link it in my recommendations. That would be a fun one. I've not watched Baki. I do watch a lot of anime. Well, a lot's a stretch. I actually don't watch much of anything because I'm too busy making content. So like every once in a while I'll get a wild hair. I can't say that on stream. And I will go and watch I'll go and binge watch an anime over the course of like a day or two. But most of my days are spent in the studio either working out, making content, planning content, training fencing, or driving and doing fencing. I just don't have a lot of time. Again, we're a one-man show. I have awesome mods who are down here who help in situations like this, but the Sellsword Arts team is me. I make all the content. I come up with all the ideas. I have people who help. Then they're awesome, and I love that they do that, right? We have people come in, and they do fights with me, and I go train with my instructors. But when it comes to generating content, I'm the one doing it. So there's just not a lot of time. I spend a lot of time making stuff. Checking the comments. Neither is better one-handed or two. It's all about situations, right? Favorite type of sword? Oh, that's it. These three. Rapier, longsword, and saber. Probably saber. Hey, thanks from India, Red444. Just checking the comments. Yeah, it's hard if you don't have a group near you, but like I said, we're trying to work on stuff. JoJo's Bizarre. I've not seen JoJo's. I hear it's good. Castlevania. So I started watching that, and then I kind of didn't because I ran out of time. Honestly, when I want to watch something, I don't like to watch these big epics. I usually pick some dumb, like either like a rom-com sometimes or just something that's totally irreverent and doesn't have a whole lot of stakes to it because I'm stressed out all the time. And when I come home and play a game or watch something, I just want to relax. And like, this is the reason that Dark Souls, I want to like Dark Souls so much. It's such a cool game. Dark Souls, Elden Ring, all those, they're such cool games, but I don't have time to get good. I only can play video games like 20 minutes every third day. There's no way I can make progress in this. I tried for a while to stream them and that was okay. But now I just don't see like this is useful. I'm training and I'm showing you guys a stream. But like doing a video game as a stream, now I'm taking my thing that's supposed to be entertainment and turning it into work, and it's just tough. Anyway, where was I? How many years of practice till I can slice a mountain? That's 10,000 years. That comment's funny, but I'm not going to respond to it. Analyzing fight choreography. Yeah, so I've seen a lot of. Here's another take of mine that's probably going to sound ridiculous. I don't really enjoy watching reaction videos. I feel like a lot of times it's piggybacking off of somebody else's creativity. I know a lot of people like them, that's fine. But if like a fight choreographer makes a fight and I come in, what am I going to say? I'm going to say like that's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong when it comes to real swordsmanship. But that doesn't mean the fight's bad because the fight's not about real swordsmanship. It's about being cool, right? When I make my own fights, I get to make them about real swordsmanship. But like the choreographer didn't care, right? The prequels choreography, guy didn't care that it wasn't realistic. I might not be the big. Okay, I actually love the prequels fight choreography, but not because it's accurate, because it's fun, man. Like Obi-Wan versus Anakin is super fun. Is it realistic? No. Are half the shots aimed at the sword? Absolutely. Does that make it bad? No. But I could make that video. I don't know. Maybe someday I'll do that, like reaction content. I just feel like everybody does it, right? Like all the other sword channels do reaction content, and you don't need to see me doing it because you can already find it other places. I try and keep the channel more focused on real swordsmanship with a couple of like, breaking down lightsabers. I try and always bring it back to real swordsmanship. So like when I do my lightsaber videos, I'm like, here's how they do if they were real. Anyway. Yeah, I fence. I don't understand what that comment is. Hey mods, you don't have to like make that announcement. Just get rid of the comment if it's mean. So My Hero Academia, My Hero Academia is when I started. It was so long. I think I got to the arc, the second arc with the guy who has the messed up face and disintegrates things, and then I kind of like got sidetracked. Bohert's interesting. So Bohert's this really interesting artifact. Bohert is, ironically, one of the most historically accurate forms of combat that we have, but not for the reason that you think. Because Bohert was a peacetime tournament, and it was very well documented. And so when we look at it, what you're looking at is kind of like WWE for medieval times, right? We made a video about this recently, actually, and you can go find it. Bohert is medieval WWE. It wasn't a fight to the death. It was a tournament for fun. The matches weren't necessarily rigged, but it wasn't like killing each other. It was just like, yeah. That's my thoughts on it. It's cool. There's nothing wrong with it. I just don't want to do it because a lot of people get concussed, and I'm not interested in that. Thoughts on the I mean, the double-bladed sword to me, and I'll talk about it. The double-bladed sword to me just isn't. It never existed, and there's a reason for that. It's just not very practical because it gets in the way of what you need a sword to do, which is to be able to shift positions across the body, deal with incoming threats, and things like that. It is unnecessary. It binds you up in ways that make it less effective as a sword and less effective as a polearm because you can't extend it at full length. So you would be much better served. It's like, could you make it work? Maybe. But it would always be less effective than either a normal sword or less effective than a normal spear. It is the combination of both that make it worse. It's the spadroon! Oh my god! So if you don't know, the spadroon, I've got one over here. I don't like it, it's fine. It's a good sword, like it was made well, but as a concept, the spadroon is a combination of a small sword and a saber, and it's worse at both. It's not a good saber and it's not a good small sword. And the double-bladed sword is that. It's the combination of a polearm and a sword, and it's worse as both. If you want a polearm that's a sword, get him on Tante. All right, moving on from that. Just checking out what's going on. Oh, glaives are fine, by the way. I'm not gonna shout people out if they ask for it, guys. It's just kind of weird. I don't have friends, but lightsabers attract like that. They don't though. I mean that video. They don't attract. MHRG because 10-minute funny video into 40 minutes by actually explaining, giving thoughts on everything instead of just laughing at it. I guess I don't know. Like, I don't watch reaction content, and it's not because it's necessarily bad. It's not what I like. And I don't think you guys. I don't honestly think you guys want me to make content that I don't like because I won't have my heart in it. I'll think about it. It's something I've been thinking about doing for a while. Reaction content. But then I have to watch something. I have to watch a movie, and I don't have time. I don't have time to watch a movie. Okay, I'm just catching up with the chat. Like, fictional swords that are really fun and cool are awesome. I love it when anime comes out with some really dumb sword. It doesn't work. It's not real, but it's like super fun, right? Probably real. I'm just trying to catch up with the comments. A spadroon, yeah. Okay. Spar with someone, military background. Yeah, I have. One of my sparring partners is in the military. There's actually a lot of them in the military. Okay, just checking out what's going on. Okay, I'm caught up. Never have time to do anything. I feel bad. Yeah, I don't. I really don't. I work really, really hard. If I am not in here making videos, I'm editing videos. If I'm not editing videos, I am either working out, training, fencing, or sleeping. Oh, I forgot to eat today. Oh, no! I forgot to eat today. Sword idea that would be super fun. My own super dumb sword idea that would be super fun. Oh, I actually don't. Let me think. Let me think about this. Honestly, I would really like an extendable sword. Like one that went ching. It would never work because like it wouldn't have structure. But like a sword that I could put in my backpack and be like shing. It would be really cool. I really want an extendable sword, guys. But it wouldn't work. How do I forget to eat? I just work really a lot and then I don't. See you next fall. Oh no. Go eat. And also, Jarl, aren't you supposed to be the thing? Killing me, Smalls. Shadow Fight. I haven't seen that. Is it good? Extendo Sword. I'll name it something really dumb. Extendo Sword. Listen, I just want a lightsaber. Let's be honest, guys. I would love a lightsaber. See me next fall. Oh no, phone case says see me next fall. Oh, it's canceled from the ice. Okay. You also got ice over there? Do I have protein bars here? I think I do, but I think they're downstairs. But I should eat something. Hold on, guys. Let me grab food. I don't like how much sugar's in this, though. It's got like, I guess I worked out. God, this has got 16 grams of sugar in it. That's so much sugar. I don't want sugar, but I need to eat food. I don't have my other thing. Coco got it sword. Sure, badly, yeah. Oh my god, comments are fast. Yeah, so I'm in Louisiana right now, and like it's cold. I don't like the cold in general, but they never get snow, so there's zero infrastructure for snow, and the roads have been totally sheet ice for the last 2 days because they can't do anything about it. They don't have snow trucks. They don't have salt. They don't have anything. I'll take a look at Shadow Fight. Rookie numbers. I am Bob on the phone case. All right, guys. Last couple questions. Do about like 5 more minutes, and I gotta go. I gotta go do my next thing, which is cardio. Oh. Why are you so far away? It's because I crossed my legs. What culture is that? I bet it does have a cool weapon. Reverse grip. It depends. Do you have to twirl it all the way around to get there, or do you start in reverse grip? Because if you start in reverse grip, perfect. Best grip ever. But if you have to, like, pull it out normal and do a full spin and then hold it, not so much. Yeah, I'll usually listen to long form. So actually, no, I do media, and usually what I listen to is long form narrative podcasts. So I like a lot of true crime because it's just like turn my brain off kind of stuff. I think too much. I get in my head, so that's good for me. I also have been getting really into Warhammer 40k lore, so I've been watching a lot of that. That's fun, and I'll listen to books and stuff like that. Oh no, it's so fast. What plays have the most success in HEMA? Honestly, just like super competent basic sword work is the best. Like, a well-placed thrust that is timed right. Honestly, well-placed thrusts that are timed right and take your opponent's blade out of alignment. That's probably the one I've seen work the most. I don't have a faction in 40k yet. I'm still very, very new. What cultures have opposite weapons that can be used together? It's interesting because most cultures created the same weapons, right? Like, the katana is just the Kriegmesser, right? Or maybe you could even say it's a longsword with one blade. And they're all the same. All the weapons are the same, man. Like, if you really look at them, humans can only do so much stuff, and most of them are the same. Oh no. The Zweihander? Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah. Oh no. No thoughts on that. Go get water. Favorite tournament match that you fought in? Okay, favorite tournament match that I fought in that happened. So, I went to Summerfect at Simbrogi Summerfect, and I was in the final 5, and I got to fight my coach, Josh. He beat me up so bad. Like, not actual physically pain, but he shut me out, man. But it was still a fun fight. I got to fight Sword Dad in a tournament in the top 5, and that was cool. That was probably my favorite tournament story. So, I wouldn't recommend a weapon necessarily for a beginner. I would just say start with what you think that you're gonna stick with. Yeah, start with what you think you're gonna stick with. A shot of olive oil? Oh no, it sounds awful. I'm so sorry. Thoughts about people asking that it's annoying. What your thought? Asking you about. Okay, all right. You shall not be named. Okay, stop. All right, opinion on orienteering. I don't actually know what that is. Do you want to be? I mean, we can if you'd like us to. Do you ever practice or do you sword fight on uneven ground? Yeah, I fight outside a lot. I mean, uneven ground, like stairs and stuff, not so much. It's a good way to break an ankle. I've done choreography on stairs. That's fun. Doing choreography on different levels is fun. But yeah, we fence outside all the time. Skalgrim's great, man. Like, he's so people. Skalgrim first off has some experience and some training, which is great. And the other thing that I like is people who do pop culture sword content are important to the community because they get people in. They get people to go join up in HEMA. We do a lot of it too. Like, again, I don't have a problem with it. Some people might take my words out of context, But no, I think it's great. Just don't be a jerk about it. Anyway. Space and sword pill. I like it. Do I train with martial arts? Do I cross train? That use weapons? Do I cross train? I've done a little bit of Filipino martial arts. I did a lot of taekwondo back in the day. Yeah, Skull's down to earth too. I like Skull. I'd love to do a collab with him someday. Oh, a map and a navigator? That sounds fun. I wouldn't do it because I don't have any time, but it sounds fun. Okay, what time is it here? 7:30. Let me check and make sure I didn't miss anything. Just a bunch of dumb comments. Great. That's my life right now. Oh, I'm just avoiding cardio right now, guys. I'm just avoiding working out. A tour of his war room? That'd be fun. Yeah, put it out in the world. Skullgram. Let's do a collab. That'd be fun. He seems like a nice guy. I think a bunch of my friends know him. That's cool. People in the HEMA community also like him, which is a good sign. Missiles. People in the streets, just missiles. I don't know. What would I want to make with him? He has a lot of resources like for testing stuff I've seen. Like he does a lot of stuff where he's like bashing helmets. Man, don't do that. Like, I know you donated, but I have to remove that. It's really sad because you did donate, but don't be inappropriate. So thank you for the donation. Just don't it's a PG channel. Thank you. Man, that makes me sad because like I want to be thankful for people when they donate, but like don't be inappropriate when you do it. Anyway, what kind of content would I make with? Well, first off, I don't know if they're actually interested in doing that, but if I did, it'd be cool. I don't know. I probably want to have a talk with them and figure it out. I just think that they're a cool person and it'd be fun to talk. Let's see. Taekwondo, yes, a lot of people do Taekwondo. It was the only thing that I could find. I would love to learn Kendo too. I'd like to take some Kendo. I only have a very basic experience with Japanese swordsmanship. Solar system. Someone's called fan art until it happens. I prefer single rapier. I do not like rapier and dagger, rapier and buckler. I don't think that it's bad. My friend Charles, who's my rapier coach, actually says that it's a crutch. You should be able to do it without it. I am not like that's his spicy take. No, I know, yell at me yet. Don't yell at me until I do another episode of Spicy Takes with Charles. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, I prefer single rapier. If I had to pick between rapier and dagger and rapier and buckler, I'd probably pick dagger though, just because I don't know. That's what I've done more of. Where do I live? I live in Louisiana. Recently I got a cape. So I want to try rapier and cape. That sounds fun. Do you get scared of being well, I lost. So yeah, I actually have been injured a couple times during sparring. It's not like, okay, first off, most sparring is very safe. We use safe gear, but it is a contact martial art and stuff happens. I have a knee injury that I'm still working on. It clicks. I had some ribs broken. I've broken a couple of fingers. I broke my nose. That was a problem with my mask. Bunch of bruises and injuries. It just happens, man. They're swords. They're steel. It can hurt. And my club is not by any means unsafe, but, you know, in the South, we're a little bit spicy. And sometimes hits are hard, man. Like, not to be mean, but just because they've got structure and power behind them. But, you know, you can always tell your partner what you're comfortable with, right? Like, be like, I would like to go light or whatever. And they will. They absolutely will. Personally, I just enjoy fencing with a little bit of oomph behind it with my friends. But I never do that to other people if they don't ask for it. All right, we're almost out of time. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, very, very, very rudimentary in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, like super duper basic. Oh, thanks, JD. Cape in Star Wars would be cool. Yeah. Cortosis infused. Edna mode. Do you think dueling capes are viable? Yeah, they absolutely are. There's manuals that talk about them. Okay, just check in. All right. Yeah, cape with chain, devastating. My cape is not up here. God, there it comes. My cape is 300N Newton rated for puncture resistance, and it's heavy. I wouldn't want to get hit with it. Hey, historical crossbow. That sounds interesting. I don't think that we would fence with the bow, but it'd be interesting. Historical medieval battle is something that might be doing. Apply your concepts of the brown. Voila, BJJ. I like that. Gracie combat. Yeah, I've got some DVDs on it that I need to go through, but my buddy knows a lot about it. Am I coming to Austin? I don't know. It's so expensive. I don't know if I can make it. I want to go to Weird. I just don't know yet. It's probably too late. It's so expensive, though. All right, see you later, Martin. We're going to go soon, but... All right, I have to do a thing soon. All right, guys. I think it's time. I appreciate all of you being here. Thanks for doing the sword art workout. Thanks for doing a sword workout with me. I'm trying to make this a consistent thing. My best days for this are Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, maybe a little bit on the weekend, but those are the days that I'm not fencing and the days that I am not driving. So we'll see what happens. But thanks, guys. Really appreciate it. Did you just show up? Oh, I'm sorry. But yeah, have a great night, guys. I gotta go. See you next time. Peace out.